G'day, my name's Alistair, this is Plant-Based Logic. I'm shooting you on an old phone. This is my bedroom and that's my wardrobe. Okay, so I went vegan about 10 years ago now. Oh my god, I'm getting old. Now, before I tell you about that, I have to explain how much of a piece of human garbage I was before I went vegan. I honestly don't think I had a vegetarian day in my life, let alone a vegan day. Every day had some sort of meat or dairy or some sort of animal product in it. I'm not even joking here. I used to eat steak and beans for breakfast, meat pies for lunch, a chicken schnitzel for dinner, or maybe spaghetti bolognese. It's quite the catch, my ladies. Okay, so I finished uni, I'm a school teacher, I moved to England to teach. So I moved to the UK to teach, and I got sick. Now, I don't think you understand, I almost died from food poisoning from eating bad meat at a Greek restaurant. Do you think that stopped this piece of garbage from eating everything and anything after he got better? Of course not. My crapness knew no bounds. It did start something though, it planted a seed. I stumbled into this vegan journey completely by accident. My mum came over to visit. We were traveling the UK together and we stumbled upon a book called The China Study by T. Colin Campbell. Now, let me set the scene for you, okay? We had just finished eating lunch in an old British pub and I had ordered and eaten what I described at the time as the Noah's Ark burger. It was this big, and I am telling you, it probably had two of every animal on it. And here we are, I am in the passenger seat of the car, mum's driving, and I'm reading this book. I've got the meat sweats, burning lead in my guts. I felt bloody terrible. And we're reading about the plant-based diet and how good it is. I'm thinking about how I got sick, I'm not feeling well, I'm eating all this meat and I feel absolutely horrible. So that was it. Mum and I, at that point, decided we're gonna go plant-based, right there and then. No more meat, no more eggs, no more dairy. That's it, plant-based. But not vegan though. I never called myself vegan during that time at all. It wasn't until a few years later that I made that ethical connection. So although I've been plant-based 10 years, technically I've only been vegan 8 years. So I'm a big fat liar and a piece of shit. So when I actually went vegan, I watched Earthlings. Yeah, that documentary. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's possibly the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I still have nightmares from that documentary. It changed my life. Earthlings set me down a pathway of researching and calling all sorts of people in the industry. I visited a chicken factory farm and saw the living conditions. I organised a meeting with a guy named Peter at the local abattoir. And he was a really nice guy. And that really messed with me actually, because I'm thinking, how could such a nice person be in this industry? He answered a lot of my questions and he gave me a tour. If it wasn't so absolutely horrid what I saw, you could almost marvel at the complete complexity of human ingenuity. The way we turn living, breathing creatures into products was both horrible and insanely efficient. But that was that. I'd never be part of that life again. All those years of eating animals and animal products, I chose to tap out of that life. And I'm so glad I did. 10 years of plant-based eating, 8 years vegan, and this is normality for me. My mum, my sister, my brother-in-law, we're all vegan now. And I'm just watching as the world starts to change, and it is changing. The reason I wanted to tell this story today is because if a 20-something-year-old guy who had steak for breakfast, who never had a vegetarian day in his life, let alone vegan, can make the ethical connection, anybody can. It wasn't being shamed or being yelled at. I never had blood thrown over me.
Take that!
I saw it with my own eyes. I made that connection, and now I get to share that story with you, which is pretty special. I really appreciate you watching the video all the way through. Let me know in the comments below what your vegan story is. Was it similar to mine or was it different? Until next time, my name is Alistair, this is Plant-Based Logic. Don't be a piece of human garbage. Until next time, bye for now.